Hey everyone, welcome back to Harshilan. I'm Harshita and today we're going to explore one of the most powerful and underrated features in C Sharp, the switch statement. Let me ask you this, have you ever written a long chain of if-else conditions just to check different values? It gets messy, right? Well, the switch statement is the perfect solution. With switch, you can write cleaner, more efficient, and easier to read code just in few lines. Plus, it's not just for numbers, you can use it with strings, enums, and even modern switch expressions for an even simpler approach. In this tutorial, we'll cover how switch statements works and how they can replace if-else chains and advanced techniques like switch expressions and enums. By the end of this video, you'll be a switch statement pro. Now, let's see what is a switch statement. A switch statement is a control structure that allows you to compare one variables against multiple possible values. Instead of checking the conditions one by one, the switch statement evaluates the variable once and jumps directly to the matching case. For example, imagine you're ordering a pizza. The restaurant asks what size would you like? Small, medium or large. Based on your choice, they'll prepare a correct size of pizza and they'll serve it to you. Correct. This is exactly how switch statement works in C Sharp. Instead of checking each option separately using multiple if-else statements, the switch statements compare single value against multiple cases and executes a matching block of code. Now that we know what a switch statement is, let's see how to write it. The structure of switch statement is pretty simple. It starts with the switch keyword followed by an expression or a variable inside this parenthesis. Okay, this is the value we want to check. Inside this curly braces, we define multiple cases. These are the possible values that a variable can match. Each case starts with a case keyword followed by a value and a colon. Okay. After that, we write a code that should run if there is a match. Once the case is executed, we use a break statement to exit the switch. Without this break statement, the code will be keep on running to the next case, which is usually not what we want. Okay. And finally, there is an optional default case. This run if none of the other cases match. You can think it of as a safety net that catches any unexpected values. Let's bring all the theory into a simple example. We have a variable called day is equal to 3. This represents a day of the week. Okay, we want to print the name of the day. Instead of using multiple if-else statements like if the day is equal to 1, print Monday, if the day is equal to 2, print Tuesday, we can make use of the switch statement. Okay, let me use the switch keyword. Switch. Here we need to pass the variable. I am passing the day here. Okay. Next, inside this curly braces, let me add case 1. Okay. If the day is 1, I need to print it as Monday. Okay. After, let me add semicolon here. After this, I need to add break. Okay. Next, case 2. Let me add it as Tuesday here. I'll close this parenthesis, break. Let me add case 3, Wednesday. If the day is 4, Thursday. Let me add this break here. If it is 5, Friday. If it is 6, Saturday. If it is 7, Sunday. Let me add this break here. I need to add the default case as well. Default console.writeLine invalid day. Sorry. Sorry. Invalid day. Okay. Let me add this break here. In this example, if the day is 1, it will print it as Monday. If the day is 2, it will print it as Tuesday. And if the day is 3, and it will print it as Wednesday, and so on. If none of the case matches, it will print it as invalid day. Okay. In this example, the day is 3. This switch checks the value and it will find this case 3 and it will execute this line of code. After executing this line of code, it will break and it will come out of the switch statement. Okay, I'll show you by running this code. Yes, here you can see case 3 Wednesday. Let me give the day as 5. Okay, I'll rerun it again. Case 5 is Friday. Let me give some invalid day. I can give 10 here. So it should print invalid day. See, this code looks much cleaner and simpler compared to multiple if statements. Now, here is a really useful trick to make your switch statements even more efficient. Sometimes different values should trigger same responses. Instead of repeating the same code for multiple cases, you can group them together. So this not only keeps your code shorter and cleaner, but also makes it easier to read and maintain. Let's see an example. Imagine we want to check which quarter of the year a month belongs to. Instead of writing a separate cases for each month, we can group them together, right? Let's take an integer month is equal to 5. Okay, now I need to add this switch keyword here. Inside this, I need to pass this variable month. Okay, let me add this curly braces. Here I need to add case 1, case 2, and case 3. It should print first quarter. Okay, let me add this semicolon. I need to add this break here. So for the first 3 months, it should print first quarter. Next, case 4. And case 5. And case, it should print second quarter. I'll add this break statement here. For case 7, case 8, and case 9, it should print third quarter. Let me add break here. For case 10, case 11, and for this case 12, it should print fourth quarter. I'll add this break statement here. Next, I need to add default case, correct? So default, it should print invalid month. And I need to add break here. Okay, let me save this. If the month is 1, 2, 3, it will print first quarter. If it is 4, 5, 6, it will print second quarter. If it is 7, 8, 9, it will print third quarter. If it is 10, 11, 12, it will print fourth quarter. If none of the case matches, it will print invalid month. Okay, so let me run this. Yes, here it printed as second quarter. So now you understood how to group multiple cases in switch statements. In real world application, this is really helpful. Imagine you're handling grades, categories, or even user inputs that needs the same processing. You can just group the cases together and you can save the time. Correct. So grouping these cases can make your code much neater and more efficient. So instead of writing extra lines of code, you can keep things concise and easy to manage. Alright, so far we have seen how to use switch statements with numbers. But what if you want to work with text values? Well, the switch statements work with strings too. This is incredibly useful when handling user inputs, commands, or many options where values are words instead of numbers. Imagine you're building a program that reacts to different fruit names. Let's see how we can do that. Okay, let me ask the user to enter a fruit name. So I need to add some text in the console so that user can understand what he need to enter. Okay, enter a fruit name. Okay, so by seeing this text, user will enter fruit name. So I need one variable to store the fruit name. Okay, let me take the variable name as fruit is equal to console dot readline. Now I'll add this switch statement here. I need to pass the variable inside this switch statement. Okay, now I need to add the cases. The first case is apple. If user enters apple, it should print it's an apple. Now I need to add this break statement. And the next case is banana. If user enters banana, it should print it's a banana. And the next fruit is, let me take my favorite fruit, mango. It's a mango. Okay, I'll add this break statement here. And we need to add this default case. Unknown fruit. I'll add this break statement here. Okay, let me run this code. Let me enter watermelon. Yes, it is printing unknown fruit. I will rerun it again. Let me enter mango. Okay. Yes. Here you can see it is printing. It's a mango. Okay. I hope you understood how the switch statements works with string. Using switch statements with string is really a powerful way to handle text-based decisions in your programs. Whether you are checking user inputs, responding to comments, or creating simple menus, the switch statements makes it clean and efficient. Now, let's take our switch statements to the next level with enums. Enums are the special type in C# that lets you to define a set of named constants. Think of them as labels for a specific values. Instead of using numbers to represent the things like days of the week, colors, or user roles, Enums allow you to use meaningful names that make our code easier to read and maintain. And the best part, switch statements work seamlessly with enums. Let's check out how. Okay, in this example, first I have created an enum called day which represent the days of the week. Okay, instead of using numbers or string, enums make the code more readable and structured. Then inside this main method, I have defined a variable today and set it to day.wednesday. Okay, now I'm using the switch statement to check the value of today and I'll print the corresponding message. If it is Monday, it will print start of the week. If it is Wednesday, it will print midweek motivation. If it is Friday, it will print weekend is near. If it is Saturday or Sunday, it prints enjoy your weekend. Okay, any other day falls under this default case and it will print it is just another day. Okay, let me run this. Since today is Wednesday, so it is printing midweek motivation. This approach makes our code easier to understand and it prevents errors that might come from using raw text or numbers. Okay, by using this enums in switch statement, we ensure that our code remains structured, readable, and efficient. Now let's see switch expression. In C# 8 and later, we get an even cleaner way to use switch, that is switch expression. Instead of writing multiple lines with case and break, we can write everything in a single expression that directly returns a value. Okay, this makes our code even shorter and more readable and efficient. Let's see this with an example. Okay, let me take an integer. Variable name is number is equal to 2. Okay, let me use this switch expression. Before that, I need one string variable result to store the return value. So we are using number and then switch. Okay. So now, sorry, let me add this semicolon here. If the number is 1, it should return one. Okay. If it is 2, it should return TWO2. If it is 3, it should return THRE3. Okay. So if none of the case matches, we need default case, right? In the switch expression, we use this underscore as a default case. Let me print unknown. After this, let me print it using this console.writeline. I'll run this code. Yes. Since the number is 2, we are getting TWO2 here. Okay. Here you can see the whole switch expression assigns a value directly to this result. Correct. So this makes our code shorter and cleaner when compared to traditional switch statements. So this is really a great way to simplify the code when you just need to return a value based on the condition. I hope you understood how this switch expression works. Okay, that's it for today's tutorial on switch statements in C#. I hope this session helped you to understand how switch statements work and how they can simplify your code. Whether you're using numbers or strings, the switch statement is a great tool to make your logic more structured and readable. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more C# tips and tricks. Thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Until then, happy coding and have a great day.